Hey guys, welcome to the D Philly Show. I wanted to take a little pause on my hiatus for a moment because people been asking me what I think about something, and so I'm just gonna address it publicly. So the LSU Iowa game, um, Caitlin Clark been going crazy the whole tournament. Steph Curry numbers, Steph Curry drop offs, just a hooper. Um, she did the "You Can't See Me" John Cena face, hand over the face to the crowd after a bucket. She was sealing games left and right. Um, she Draymond Green, Russell Westbrook guarded somebody on the three and hand motioned them like you're not going to shoot it anyway. Then in the LSU game, LSU ended up winning the championship, and a girl from LSU followed her and was doing the same thing. It's not the same thing though. Now, the devil wants this to be a black-white thing. And it could be that. I've been watching some people who I know their thought process, and I know how they look at this thing. If you take race completely out of it, was what the young lady from LSU did unsportsmanlike? Absolutely. I'm a coach. I remember we lost some huge games, and one of the games I felt like we was robbed. They changed the rule in the last 4 seconds of the game. All of a sudden, and we lost the game. We still should have more. And immediately when the game ended, my boys, they wanted to show out, and I said, be gentlemen. Be gentlemen in this moment. Be gentlemen in this moment. So yes, it was unsportsmanlike. It wasn't the same situation as you hit a shot in the moment and you react in the moment to what you did. The situations was different. They just were, flat out. I'm black. They just were different. It was unsportsmanlike. Is it as big of a deal as millions of people are making it? Absolutely not. I played sports in the 80s and 90s. In the 80s and 90s, that was ball. They would have laughed at that. Like, we was in each other's faces. Like, it wasn't a foul if there was no blood type of basketball. I'm cut from that era. And the teams I coached, they played really hard. But yeah, it was an unsportsmanlike moment. If I was the coach of Iowa, I would have checked Caitlin the other game with her antics. Now, we don't know if she did or didn't. But listen, we can make everything about race. Some people look at this like, she was bullying Caitlin. You think that because you love Caitlin. You know what I mean? Like a lot of things boil down to who you like. My best friend's a diehard Bulls fan. Even though I'm Chicago, I'm not. So he would always make comments when it was Bulls versus Heat. Well, LeBron's doing this, LeBron's doing that. Well, you don't like LeBron, you like D Rose. And then now D Rose did the same thing Bron did. Why in the world? Listen, don't let the devil make this thing divisive. Women's basketball has never gotten this much attention. It's in a great place, from the coaches and the outfits they were wearing. Dawn Staley was like hooping. These women hooped. And here we are, the devil spinned it into a us versus them thing. Come on, we got to do better. Celebrate these young ladies. They're 20 years old. When I was 20 years old, I'm glad some things that I did wasn't, on camera. But the bottom line is, it was unsportsmanlike. No matter how you slice it. If I'm her dad, if I'm her coach, I'm like, hey, I'm glad you won, but hey, Don't do that. We win with grace. You know what I mean? Now, as during the course of the game, Caitlin was whispering stuff, and we don't know that kind of stuff. I know in sports, a lot of times things get said. If somebody's at the free throw line, we might say something. We don't know that stuff. But you're supposed to win with dignity and grace. Classless, I don't think it was classless. It's sports. Emotions run high in sports. I've seen the best people in the world do crazy stuff when it's related in sports. So, but we got to do better at not being so quick to let things divide us. All right. Love y'all. D Philly. I'm out.